the noise you can hear is the oven heating up. Sorry about that, but I've got to do that to get it all done on time. So this is a kilo of yarn. I don't need all of the yarn to be that colour, so I'm going to dye a kilo of it in the main colour, which is the lightest of the greys, and then I've got to divide this into 3 equal hanks. So how we're going to do that, I'm going to take this off, going to place it on there and switch on the scales. Just takes a little moment to turn itself on. Right, it doesn't like me having something on it, so I'm gonna have to do it again. There we go. So if I put that on, it's 398 grams. It doesn't let me clear it, and I don't want to be sorting that out right now. So that's 398 grams, that basket. So now we can see how many grams our yarn. 1,435. So it's just over 1,000 grams or kilo. So now I'm going to get my hank and I'm going to put it on my Swift. And it's an umbrella Swift because of the way it opens up like an umbrella would. And we're going to wind off 335 grams because we've got that little extra to pay with. 335 grams 3 times, and then the last one will have a little bit extra. So I just check that it's all facing the right way, which underneath isn't. You see how it's pulling? So put my hand through the center. There we go. A nice polo of yarn. This is a little bit awkward, but we'll get there. Anything worth having is worth looking for. Says I. Right, start again. First, keep it there. And you can tighten it up a bit better once the yarn is on. Bit of straw there. Okay. Don't fall. Don't fall. Oh, it's going down on it. It's too heavy. Right, maybe this is going to be too heavy then. Let's have another try. Let's get this out of the way. It's a workout for me. I think I'm going to try that way. Now I can let it down a little bit. Are we gonna get it this time? Oh, it looks like. Right then. So now I'm gonna lift it up, twist capacity, tighten it up. It's still dragging it down, but I'm going to do it because let's have a look. So now what I have to do is just make sure that all the yarn is on the Swift facing the same direction. So if I show you here, you see that big twist there where yarn which is behind comes around to the front. We can't be having that because it won't unwind nicely. So as I'm talking to you, this is coming down a bit, so I've got to keep fighting with it to go back up. No, I've broken my Swift. Well, it's frustrating. Okay, let's have a think. Just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Which is, I told you I'd mess it up. Nothing ever goes smoothly the first time you do it, does it? So I'm just making sure now that all of the yarn is facing in the direction it needs to face, so that I can unravel this without getting myself in a big kerfuddle. Let me just check with this now. Threaded. I don't think I'm willing to risk my other one, and my husband's a whiz, he'll sort that out, hopefully. What are we going to do? Quick, let's think, because I need it in skeiny type lengths. I know what I'm going to do. That seems quite strong, doesn't it? Let's put it there. We could try again. No. We'll stick to what I was going to do, the old-fashioned way. So I'm going to cut this down. I'm just looking around if there's anything I can hang it from, and there is. So if I bring this do it like that, because this is heavy. I don't want to break this as well. Okay. So now I'm going to cut the other tie. Now these two ties that I've just cut, they're not the beginning and the end of the yarn. So I'll take more care when I get there now. There we go. I think it's all that lovely thing. And now it's all gone to pot. There we go. So this is our beginning and our end. I put the scissors there. There they are. So this way, what I want to do is wind off some yarn and then measure this, weigh this rather, and see how much I've taken off. So, because I was talking to you then. I didn't take note of where the beginning end is. There we are. That's the one. Okay. And you see why we like the finished items so much, because we put so much effort in. In fact, it's almost better if something does go wrong, because you do appreciate the work that's gone in. Now, because my lead yarn is at the back of the scale, I'm going to have to turn it around like that. And because this is so heavy, it is getting... Put that one up as well. There we are. There it is. So, I don't think you're going to want to watch this in slow motion, are you? So, let's speed it up a bit for you. So I've worked out now how much weight I need there to be in this remaining hank. I needed to weigh 1 kilo and 90 grams, or 91, 89, that sort of thing. So to make sure that I don't get it all tangled, I put a cable tie through. Place the yarn in the basket, and then we put them on the scales here. Ah! 1 kilo and 89 grams. I'm gonna get the camera and show you, because that's quite cool, isn't it? There we go. Right, so back to here. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to trust that that's right. Hang on, let's just make sure I give it a wiggle so nothing else is touching. Yeah. So, let's see. We need that yarn as well. Okay. So, got in. Let's have a little look for the start of our hank. Well, well, it's a bit far away, so I'm just going to use this end to tie loosely, because when we're dyeing we don't want the yarn to be too tightly tied, stopping the dye uptake. There we are, that's one done. Let's just move this out the way. Okay, next one is here. I'm going to tie this one as well, equally loosely. There we go, nice and loose. Am I going to put any more in? Let's just put one more in just to be safe, and I'm using a different type of yarn that I can just do a super loose knots just to keep it tight in place. Let's cut this. Yay! So there's our first skein ready for dyeing. So let's let this down a little bit. I've only gone and tied it around the wood. Let's untie it. Beauty of tying loosely as well. Comes off easy enough when you need it to. There we go. Number one done. So let's put him over here. And get on with the other two. Here we are. 3 lovely, well balanced hanks instead of the one gigantic one. So I'll pop these now into the citric acid soak and we'll crack on with dyeing it all.